I want to talk about something kind of serious, at least it is for me. Something that I normally wouldn't share with the world, but I think it needs to be said. So I'm going to talk to you guys about postpartum depression, which is something that I have been struggling with and am currently struggling with. I thought I should do a video about it and like what's helped me and like what caused it other than like hormones and stuff like that. When I noticed that I was getting depressed. I guess I should start from the beginning. I had a really easy pregnancy for how hard it was, and I know that doesn't make sense, but because I was a type 1 diabetic, I had a very difficult pregnancy, but with all complications that I could have had, I didn't have. And I had like a really solid relationship. We were and are madly in love, and I had all the support that I could possibly want and need in him. That made the pregnancy really great and fun, no matter how hard it was, because it was a hard pregnancy. I'm the type of person who's very realistic. I'm overly realistic, overly worried about everything. I have anxiety, so I'm very like anxious and stuff, and I knew as much as I could know what having a baby was like. Not like the birth, but like actually raising a baby. I researched everything. I went to all the baby classes. I basically could teach the baby classes. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to have a natural like labor. I was supposed to be induced, and I still went to a labor and delivery class, and I could teach it. And I love to know what's expected, and I love to just be like on top of my game. So I knew everything like that I could know about raising a baby. I read all the books, I did everything. I knew from what people told me I'm not gonna get any sleep. I know it was gonna take a toll on my relationship. I knew it was gonna take a toll on me and my self-esteem, and if I got stretch marks and like just everything. I knew it was gonna change everything. So that's what I had expected. And as much as I could expect that, I didn't expect what happened. My relationship, like I said, was very solid. I had a very solid relationship my entire pregnancy. My husband was so excited when we found out we were pregnant with our daughter, and I was a little bit more like shocked, I guess you could say. I was definitely shocked. So I knew he was gonna be an amazing dad, and I've always, since I was little, wanted to be a mom. Like, I thought that's what I was put on this earth to be, as a mom, and I was raised by a wonderful mom, and there's no question whether I was gonna be a bad mom or a good mom. Like, I knew like this is what I wanted to do. Let's like skip ahead to me giving birth, and I had her. My husband was amazing throughout the whole labor and delivery. It was a long labor and delivery. You can see my labor and delivery story. It will be up here or up here, I'm not sure, but I'll attach it and you can listen to my labor and delivery story. But like, he was awesome throughout the whole thing. And then we had her, and things started to change a little bit. My husband always said that he didn't need sleep. He never needed sleep. He's a Marine, so he never got any sleep. And like from the very beginning, like I was awake, and the entire time in the hospital, I couldn't sleep. I was so like on adrenaline, or I don't know what it was, but I could not sleep. I didn't sleep at all in the hospital. I was so excited to have this little baby, and like I just wanted to be with her and be next to her and want to change her diaper and do everything, even though like I just gave birth and I could barely like walk. I still got up and did everything. And my husband, he slept through all her crying in the hospital. Like, he almost was like narcoleptic. Like, he just slept the entire time. And I was like, how could you possibly be sleeping when, like, not only is a baby crying, but like, how could you possibly be sleeping right now? Because aren't you so excited? And he was narcoleptic because he spent like so many days awake. Yeah, of course that's how he's gonna be. Like, he was exhausted. That was understandable. But I wasn't. I was thrilled to be a mom, and I acted like it. Everyone was shocked. Everyone, like, all the doctors would come into my room and say, like, you look amazing. how is this happening? How do you look so good? How are you up? How are you so awake? My whole family is like, do you need sleep? And I was like, no, I don't need any sleep. I want to stay awake. And then moved to like more getting home, driving home. My breast milk came in the day that we went home, so it was a little hormonal, but I was pretty dang good. Like, I didn't really have what, like, my whole pregnancy I wasn't overly hormonal. I wasn't like angry or mean, but even after like my breast milk came in, I was pretty dang good. And that's when my husband started treating me a little bit differently. There was a lot going on. We had a new baby. My family was in town. His big family was in town. Or Zach has 3 new siblings from his dad's new marriage. And they all came to visit with his stepmom. And they got sick. And my baby was a few days old. And that terrified me. And Zach made me feel very guilty for like being over dramatic because I didn't want the kids to like touch them. But the fact that I let the kids even in the house is pretty big deal. The fact that I let anybody in the house with the baby being like 4 days old is a pretty big deal. Not a lot of new parents would do that. So I let them all come in the house and they were coughing up a lung and we met them multiple times and they were still very sick and like I had this new baby and I let them do it. You know, it all worked out. She didn't get sick. He was treating me like I was crazy for being apprehensive for having little kids who are sick in the house with a newborn baby. And like I didn't even let my mom and my brother come over because they thought they weren't feeling well, even though it was like they got food poisoning, so that's not contagious. But I still didn't let them come over and they were fine with it. But his family was a little bit more I wouldn't say like grumpy, but like annoyed that I was a little like a new parent, it seemed, or that was the vibe that I got. It might have been something else, but that was just the vibe that I got. But my husband seemed very annoyed with me, and he was more distant with me, and he wasn't very, like, didn't really want to be around the baby, didn't want to really do much. So with the families here, I expected to have a lot of help. I didn't get a lot of help. But the truth is, I didn't really want a lot of help. I wanted to do it all myself. I was so excited and am still so excited to be a mom that like I didn't want any help from anyone. Not my husband, not his family, not my family. I didn't want it. When they offered, I would say no. When they said, do you want to take a nap? I'd say no. They were all like amazed. They all were like, wow, I can't believe how well you're doing. You were meant to be a mom. You were meant to be a mom. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel tired. I don't feel it. I'm so happy to be a mom that it just didn't bug me. Nothing bugged me. A few weeks later, all the family was gone. And it was just me and my husband. And my husband's in the Marines, so he has weird schedules. And so a lot of the time, I was home alone with the baby by myself. I was basically alone with the baby. And am alone with the baby. A lot of the time. But in the beginning, it was especially. I did everything. You know, I didn't get a lot of help. So everyone left, and it was just us, and I would wake up. You know, I would wake up, and the baby would be crying, and he wouldn't budge. You would just sleep through it, and I was like, I thought you could last into a sleep, but obviously he couldn't, and it was a lot more difficult for him than he thought. I mean, he would try and help, but she would wake up every single hour on the hour for a long time. She woke up every single hour on the hour, and I would breastfeed her and she'd fall back asleep, and I would change her diaper, and he would finally wake up and he would say like, can I help you? Is there anything I can do for you? Like, he did do that a lot. And I would say, no, just go to sleep, because like I'm already up. I'm breastfeeding. I mean, I might as well just change the diaper too. So I did that all. I did it all. It's not like he didn't help. It's not like he didn't want to help. He did. I just wanted to do it by myself. I noticed my husband's mood changing. Almost like he didn't like the baby. I remember asking him a lot, like, do you even love her? Do you even love her? I don't think you love her as much as I love her. And he did. He did love her. But he was going through like postpartum but for guys. I don't know the name of it. And he was really depressed and he wouldn't let it show. But he was having like this disconnect from our daughter at first. And it was, I just didn't understand, like, how could you not feel the way that I feel for her? I mean, for him, it was like my daughter was taking me away from him. So I like didn't care about anything but my daughter. And like, that's how he felt. He felt unwanted and I was just busy taking care of our daughter. So he suffered a lot with the depression in the beginning. But then he got out of it. And like, he helped me a lot and he started helping me out more and stuff, but there's only so much he could do. He worked all the time, and then when he wasn't working, he was sleeping. So I was taking care of the baby all the time, still am taking care of the baby. Like, that's my job. He has night shift right now. He works, he gets ready for work at 8, works till like basically 8 in the morning, comes home, sleeps till like 4 in the afternoon. We have like a few hours together, but he has to get ready again with like showering and stuff like that. And so that whole time I'm taking care of her. And this didn't bug me. Like, like I still was on top of the world. I still am on top of the world to have her. It never bugged me. Like, I wanted to spend all the time. I wanted to be her favorite parent, to be honest. Like, that's what I wanted. Everything changed again. And this time it was for me. I had a lot of like, I miss being pregnant. I want to be pregnant again. I want to get pregnant right away. Like, all this stuff. And I think it was because I had such a good pregnancy and our relationship was so good when I was pregnant that I craved that. And so I was having a lot of that. And then about a month ago, I found out that someone was pregnant. And I'm not going to say who, obviously, but it was just this person that kind of threw me for a loop. And everything kind of went downhill. I started getting really, really stressed out with everything. I wasn't eating very much. Like, I probably have like 1 meal a day and I would have to force myself to eat that. And my breast milk started going away and I would stress out about that. And I would have to take anxiety medicine sometimes. I couldn't breastfeed if I took an anxiety medicine. The anxiety medicine just kind of numbed me to everything. I was just numb and I didn't want that. So I stopped taking that and like I went to the doctor and they wanted me to be on antidepressants, and I had already been on antidepressants when I was younger and they didn't do anything for me. So I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to feel better by myself. And it got worse, a lot worse. I probably cried every single day. It was just a lot. And then I found out more news, in-law drama, and like everything just hit me like a ton of bricks, and my depression just went down, and I just felt horrible. My best friend, who is stationed here with me, she went back home. I was all alone, and every new pregnancy that was announced, every new thing about the baby that was announced, you know, it got me down. It made me sad. I felt like, this is so horrible, but I felt like I wished ill upon these people that were pregnant. Like, and that wasn't like me. I didn't want anybody to suffer or be in pain, but I didn't know what to do. All these thoughts were going in my head, and I just felt so like not like myself. When I talked to anybody, I felt worse, like I was being dramatic, or like my feelings weren't valid, or I was a bad person for feeling the way that I felt. And it was like, I didn't want anyone to be pregnant because I didn't feel like anyone deserved to feel like that amazing feeling of being pregnant. I didn't feel like anyone deserved it, or feel like anyone deserved to be a mom and that they couldn't do it or they couldn't handle it, you know. And that was wrong of me, and it's still like, I still feel bad about myself and like an evil person for ever feeling that way. Everything still like kept happening, and I was just very, very depressed. All the time I was depressed, and I was constantly on my phone, on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like just searching, and like it made me feel so bad about myself all the time. All I post is how great everything is, you know. I'm the same way. Like, I'll post how great my life is, but no one ever sees the hard times, or the times when I'm having an anxiety attack, or the times when I'm crying, or the times where I'm jealous or upset. You know, no one ever sees that because no one ever posts that, because no one ever wants to be that girl. A lot of it got better. I like some tips for me that a lot of my postpartum got better when I stopped going on Facebook, which I didn't. I stopped going on it for a while. I'm still not really on it. I don't want to be on it. I'll go on every once in a while to post a vlog or something like that, but I try to stay off of it because every time I go on, I get upset. I kind of self-sabotage myself. Any of my friends who think this is about them, it most likely isn't, I promise. But I get really jealous, and I still get really jealous when people would say like, my baby is sleeping through the night, and my baby's eating perfectly, and my baby is like this amount of weight and this tall, like stupid things I would get jealous about, you know. And I think it was because Aurora is not an easy baby. She's very difficult. She just started sleeping through the night. She's 6.5 months and just started sleeping through the night like 3 days ago. People's newborn babies are sleeping through the night, and my 6.5-month-old isn't. Like, and then I would go on this pity party. What did I do to deserve like a difficult baby? And then I would go like, what did I do to deserve a difficult pregnancy and diabetes and my dad dying? What did I do to deserve like a really hard labor and delivery? Like, I never wanted to have a natural delivery until all my friends started having natural deliveries. And then I was like, why couldn't I have a natural delivery? And the truth is, if I would have tried a natural delivery, I would have ended up with a C-section. So I'm really glad that I didn't, because she was sunny side up. And those are one of the most difficult presentations a baby could be in. So everything happens for a reason, and I had the easiest hard birth you could have, and I had the easiest hard pregnancy you could have. So I'm very lucky and I'm blessed, but I just couldn't see that, you know, and it's all part of it. But basically I'm rambling on and on. All I wanted to say is, if you're suffering from postpartum, you know, it gets better. It really does. Am I completely better right now? Am I completely 100% happy? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. Is my relationship better? Yeah, it's a lot better. Is my baby doing a lot better? Yeah. Am I doing a lot better? Yeah. Some tips that might help you is like, go to the gym, work out, go for a walk, you know, whatever you can do, get out of the house. That's really important. Put away social media for a while if you need to. You don't know how much it affects you. If you need medicine, don't be stubborn and don't be afraid to take it. You know, if it works for you, then it works for you. Find goals and things in life that make you happy. You know, I love to bake. That makes me happy. The biggest thing for me was staying off social media. Know that you're not alone. You're really not. I felt so alone and crazy, or people just wanted to one-up me or make me feel bad about myself, but that's not the case. You know, you're not alone. People suffer from postpartum all the time, and it's never talked about, and it's always looked down upon, and it's okay. It's really okay to feel not great, not 100%. I still get called the best mom people have ever seen, like, all the time. People are like shocked at how amazing I handle this, and they don't even know that behind closed doors I'm crying. You know, Aurora doesn't know I'm crying. You don't have to suffer alone. I just think that, like, with everything that happened, we're better now, and that's all I can ask for, is just to be better. I'm not having a bad life. I'm just having a bad day, and things will get better. I try to remind myself that. I don't know why this helps me, but the people that are having the easy time with the baby, it's not going to be easy forever. You know, I'm getting it out of the way, I guess. I love my child and I love my husband, and we both got depressed in different times, and he's there for me when I need him to be there, and even when I don't need him to be there, he's there for me. But just know that you're not alone. It's okay to have postpartum. It's okay to be not okay. It doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't make you a bad person. Everything is normal. Like, our bodies are going through so much still. Like, 6.5 months down the road, my body is still getting used to all the hormones and stuff. Take every day, one day at a time. Talk to someone. Know you're not alone. I'm here for you. Your family's there for you. If you don't feel like you have anyone, like, you do. Go out and find someone. Don't suffer in silence anymore. Don't be embarrassed that things aren't perfect because social media makes you feel like they have to be. Everything will get better. I promise. I promise you, everything will get better. Just keep on keeping on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, or if you didn't, I'm sorry. I just had a lot to get off my chest, and I'm really glad that I did, and I hope that this can help some person out there to feel like they're not crazy, they're not alone. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye, guys.